Hey, this is Dr. Ted. I want to talk today about how to go from being a victim to a winner, from a whiner to a winner. Victims feel like somebody is doing something to them all the time. They're put upon constantly. It's not their fault. They never assume responsibility for anything. They don't step up when it's necessary. They sit back. They wait for things to happen and then blame the person. They pray for a different outcome and blame God because it doesn't work. They are in the total victimization mode. They are totally put upon. The opposite of that is a winner. And a winner is a person who takes action, a person who plans the day for success, who starts the day off with a routine, maybe an hour of power, to get the day organized. Not waiting for things to happen, not waiting for things to manifest and then blaming someone else because it doesn't happen, but rather taking an active process or an active participation in this process to say, you know what, I'm going to form my day. I'm going to set my day for success. I'm in charge. I can formulate whatever I want to have happen in my life, and I can be a winner. I'm going to find the gold instead of the dirt. It takes almost a ton. Did you know this? It takes almost a ton of rock and ore to get a few ounces of gold. A ton. A ton is as big as this desk, a rock. So you have to search through that to find the gold. You have to work at becoming a winner and moving away from the victimization mode. And it's difficult because everyone we talk to wants to hear your story about how you were put upon and how it was so bad. And then they compare your story to their story and they make their story even worse. I like to say worser. They make it worser than yours. That's not even a word. But the truth is, when you get into the victim mode, it's impossible to see the good. It's almost impossible to see a win. You don't even recognize it when you stumble into it. You know the old saying, they'd gripe if they were hung with a new rope. Well, that's true. You can't see the good for the cloudiness that you have. And my suggestion to you is to move from being a victim to a winner. Start your day for success. Get up earlier. Go for a walk. Plan your day. Decide how you're going to see the good in every situation and how you'll learn the lesson from that. That, my friends, is the idea of winning versus being a victim. It's the idea of being in charge of what happens in your life, taking the necessary steps to make it happen, doing the Morter March each day, becoming a winner, focusing on your goals, focusing on what you want to have happen, focusing on the things that you would have manifest in your life rather than just waiting for someone to give them to you, rather than waiting for somebody to make you happy. I talked to a gal the other day. She said, my chief aim is to find a sugar daddy. I looked and I said, are you kidding me? Really? Then she goes, oh, well, no, not really. Really, I'm doing well, and I just want to, find someone. And that's not true. She wants a sugar daddy. And she's going to sit there and not play to her best position, not play to her strengths, but she's going to focus on her weaknesses and wait for somebody else to come and make her happy. I said, don't you really just want to make it on your own and be able to be responsible and be in charge of your life? And she kind of sparked up. She goes, how'd you know that? I said, well, that's what I do. That's what I'm trying to help you figure out, that you don't want somebody else to make you happy. Move away from being this victim and move into being a winner. Once you're a winner, you'll win in everything that you do. And I encourage you, make everything that you do a win-win situation. You win, and so do they. That's true winning, my friends. Thanks.